today I wanna not just repeat what we have been doing, but I wanna show you that everything or many things start to interweave. You can find, if you want, every detail what you have practiced there also in another place. And that's what makes the movement so rich and seemingly slowly, because you have to discover such a lot or take into account such a lot. And that's already my pledge to you, what I want to ask you. Today I bring things which are not new. You know everything, but it comes in unexpected places. And the only thing what we practice today is that you do not put you under any pressure. So I show you in a way the most sophisticated composure of an exercise. And you are completely free, or I even invite you to just choose one aspect when you do an exercise and take this aspect into account. Another time you take that aspect into account, and so on. But that you have a choice to choose from, that's what I bring today. And we just do it as relaxed as always. May I invite you to join. So take the space, the place you feel well in, arrive at yourself. Take the hands to sense into this sphere around or in your chest. Listen into it, sense into it until it reacts. Turn your hands and slowly guide your perceptions through your body downwards, through your limbs, into the earth. And just by perceiving counter currents, counter reactions, notice how your body reacts. And if everything goes well, even the heels become light. And the heart and the realm of the heart feels fulfilled. Let your breath react. Do a step forwards or backwards, or relax where you are, and repeat. Arrive at yourself. Wait for the reaction. Lead it downwards. And stay with yourself while doing it. And notice the effect on your chest and even on your eyes, as well as on your heels and your whole posture. Breathe. Let go. Just by remembering what we have just been doing, let this fulfilled way of standing come back. Listen or perceive your back, change a few things in your back, in your muscles, in your attentiveness, and let these slowly bring you backwards until you have the feeling you are supported from behind, and allow yourself to play a little bit with it, to relax into it. Change the way of being in the muscles of your back or in the senses of your back in order to make it bring you to the center. And before descending, let your center react. Let it breathe, and only then descend inwardly, and without even noticing it, you will realize it brings you forward and stabilizes you from within. Take a short time to notice it, to experiment with it. Change a few things inside of you and invite this column to bring you back to the center. Breathe, and now make a step just to relax, and we repeat it one more time. Recollect how it is to be carried. Sense what's your back. Be brought backwards. Be supported from behind. Lean into it. Invite this force to bring you into your uprightness again. And notice how it stops by itself when you are upright. Breathe, let your center react. Descend. Let your body do what it naturally would do. Find the strength supporting you from within without consciously activating it, just detect it. Lean against it, your inner column of strength. And ask it to bring you back in your verticality. Breathe. Take a few steps backwards that we can make the same as we did already the last few times, these steps forward, that we try to look from the heart down. One foot in front, one behind. And first of all, connect with the realm of your heart and sense the lightness living there. And let this lightness bring you forward, carry your step, and then place yourself on the ground, both soles. And now look from the heart downwards. In a way, work a little bit with the pelvis and the soles of your foot as if they would be the lens of your eyes, and try to clarify, to open this lens, that your gaze downwards becomes clearer. Then feel your back. Let it make you even more upright. And check if your heart can still look down in a relaxed way. Connect with what's done there. Use the forces of your heart to carry you light-filled forward. Repeat. Just gaze downwards without any pressure, just a sort of interest. Clear your lenses, the soles of your foot, your pelvis. Sense your back. Connect with the light forces behind you. Gaze downwards. Again, use the forces of light in your heart to carry the step. Look downwards. Be aware of the quality in the soles of your feet, of your pelvis. Connect with the space of light through sensing your shoulder blades. And control if you're still connected from your heart to the ground. Last, carrying forward of your foot. Repeat. Close your feet with a step forward. Relax, breathe. Tell yourself, well done. Nobody noticed if I was wobbling. Nobody noticed if I forgot to gaze downwards or if I forgot to look behind. But I tried to keep everything in mind. One time more this, one time more that. That's all what is needed to make your body and your inner yourself happy. Great. You just do a few, you are standing in front, I suppose, already, so I come forward to just follow this pull backwards a little bit. So just reactivate the feeling in your back. And when it starts to want to lean you backwards, follow this pull with your legs. Arrive in your center, breathe. Always breathe before you enter the other dimension. Descend downwards. Notice when do the legs go forward. And take care that the joy of walking forward leads the legs and not the legs take over, because they know they should walk forward. Arrive in your center. In your heart, breathe. One more time, both directions. Back. Center. Reaction. Entering the realm below. Listening. Back to the center below, arriving in your center, in your middle. Breathe. Great. You remember that we did this U gesture in another context. It will come back later again. From out the heart. Just bring your hands in front of your heart. And then slowly bring your hands forward. Just a raying from the heart towards the periphery. Hi, nice to meet you. You're great. Just like that. And then return to your heart. And now let's try to do this movement, also this soul expression. So nice to meet you, you're great. But at the same time feel that you are also doing it with me, or that this gesture brings also energy to yourself. And that in fact you arrive at your heart because you sense this joy, the source of your joy. So let's do it again and try to experience the countercurrent to this movement. Ooh, hello. So nice to meet you. And then check, did you arrive here? Do you feel this part now? Even more than being out there. Come back to yourself. Breathe. Do you remember the steps when we walked backwards? Short, long, short, long. It's a sort of contraction and then becoming wide. A contraction becomes expansion. Let's try on the steps. Short, long. Short, long. Thin and expansion. Contraction becomes expansion. Short, long. and breathe. And forward, yeah, expansion is followed by contraction. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Arrive and feel the balls of your feet. Press one after the other a little bit. And just have the feeling that the palms of your foot somehow are reflected in your chest, as if your body also could be the sole of a foot. And now we try to do the walking backwards with this U gesture, which raise forward but brings a countercurrent, which makes us actually arrive at ourselves. And just try if the arms can move smoothly. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Did you arrive at your heart? Okay, great. Bring your hands there and make the arc gesture into those two spaces in front of you, left and right. Receive from there. Create an in-streaming which brings you back on the heels. And keep this in-streaming quality alive when we walk forward. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. And move to your center with the hands. Relax a little bit. And did you notice what I meant when we walk backwards? The feet, they make just interruptions, a long step, a short step, a long step. And I was asking you if you can move your hands despite of this, absolutely smoothly, without any stops and goes. We just try it one more time. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Did you arrive at your center? Great, that's all what is needed. Everything else is nice to have. But we practice arriving at ourselves, despite of all these different tasks. Breathe, relax. And just move to your seat carefully without losing what we have just been doing, and listen to the resonance. How is it? Yeah. Resounding in us, what we have been doing. Do you have the feeling the body liked what we did? If yes, how does it show it to you? Which language does it speak? How to experience the realm of your chest, of your lungs. And how is it when you compare it with how you experience your limbs now? What's the level of joy you can detect in different spots of your being? Joy on the level of the body, which likes this or that. Or maybe sadness, even in the body, feeling some sort of pain. Or is it more joy in the soul? Or are there spots which are, say, I would like to be even more carried? Allow yourself every kind of perception and reintegrate it into the whole. We are one wholeness. We help each other. We are one. Can you feel this? You remember the exercises we did with the lower arms, the lower legs, where we also moved these little curves, like cups to the right, to the left, and to the right again. And we also had these exercises where we were working with the realm of the fingers, more working with the sphere further out, but still in a way that we stayed within our bubble, within our bulb, within our sphere, connected with ourselves. And this playing with the fingers, we also started to do something with the toes. So many elements, and please, when we start working with them now, just take it. I want to show you the richness of, movements of the different aspects, because also organs also are so rich and have so many aspects, like every human being. So we start searching for these elements. We take them serious, but we do not put any pressure on us. May I invite you to join again. And to address this space within, the inner going through ourselves. We do this step backwards with the right foot pulling the left foot against it. Just as an introduction or putting the theme. Okay. Right foot back. Pull the left foot towards it. Have the feeling of arrive. Sense your heels. The uprightness coming from there. Sense your hips, your collarbones. Your perception of the collarbones may stay in the following exercises. Just place your lower arms a little bit in front of your body and just practice to widen them and to bring them in again, to create a gentle, caring mood, a caressing mood. Try to sense the lower arms. Can I sense them? Not just imagine. Can I sense what the muscles in there are doing? We do it a third time. Can I walk along my lower arms from the wrists to the elbows while coming in? Can I walk along the outer lower arm from the elbow to the wrists while going out? Just try. Can you move along the inside of your arms? Like going for a walk on your arm, going out and coming in. and let go. Breathe. And now try to remember, how was this feeling like? And what we do now, we do not have to have any outer access and satisfaction. We did well. We just try to recollect this kind of feeling a little bit in the way of how we perceive our lower legs. So just lift one leg, move the lower leg slightly forward, backwards, forward, place it on the ground. Do the same with the other leg and try as if this would be a sort of brain, as if you could think with the lower leg, how was it in the arms? Place it. Recollect the feeling, the lower arms had in your legs, in the lower legs. Place. And last step. Forward, backwards, forward, place it, close the legs, and breathe. So, we do it the same on the way backwards, and the idea is clear. We try to perceive ourselves and the quality of movement and whatever, and then in a more dimmed way, we try to recollect it in some kind or the other in the lower legs. Use the lower arms. Open up and come back towards yourself. How does it feel like? How does the air like it, what you are doing? Can you walk along your arms? Can you walk along the inside? Walking from the elbows to the wrists on the outside. From the wrists to the elbow on the inside. It's just trying to do it. It's not that you have to be able to sense anything. You just try to do it. That's a lot. Same as the feet, and we start with the movement backwards. Lower leg backwards, forward, backwards, and place it. Try to create a similar mood. Forward, backward. Maybe not even create, rather perceive it's there. Backwards. The arms have created it. The legs perceive it's still there. Backwards, forwards, backwards. Place the foot, close the feet. Great, you're just great. Whatever you did, maybe you had to hold on to something, everything is fine, yeah? Just try to, can I create these kind of perceptions? You remember the three curves we walked to the right. We began backwards, made a little curve, came forward, and ended two little steps more to the right. Let's try this, but let's lead the arms, the movements. The arms, the lower arms invite us to walk. They invite us to walk backwards, and coming in, they bring us forward, arrive. The arms create a space that legs like to walk in. The arms bring us forward. And the last curve. Create the space with the arms. Invite the legs to come forward. Let go. Arrive in your heels. Sense into your heels and feel the connection with the ground. Nothing else. And breathe. Great. We just repeat what we did last time, that the first curve you feel the hips, second curve you feel hips and upper legs, third curve you feel hips, thighs and lower legs. Try to sense your hips and keep the sensation alive while walking the curve. Arrive. Sense your hips and your upper legs. Keep this sensation alive while you walk this little curve. Arrive. Hips, upper legs and lower legs. Try to feel all three of them at the same time or one after the other. Never mind. Just try how it works best. Arrive. And arrive in your heels. Nothing else, just be in your heels. Everything happens by itself. And breathe. And now we do the same thing again, just all together. The arms invite us to move. We feel the different parts of hips and upper legs and lower legs. And in addition to that, we could also try that each curve becomes a little bit smaller. The third curve is just tiny, and pretty naturally we arrive at this point at the end, which is just a standing element, the fourth one, where we arrive in our heels. But relax, just do whatever feels good to you and just be surprised how it will be. The arms start. I feel my hips. I feel that. I feel brought forward. I feel hips and legs. The arms invite me to move. The curve is smaller. The arms care for that and bring me forward. I feel from hips to lower legs. The arms invite me to a very tiny curve and bring me forward. The arms relax and I arrive in my heels. Number 4. I breathe. You remember the circles we did to the left, and to prepare this with the arms, just take a place you feel well and bring your arms in front of your chest, and then we do this moving out and the fingers are leading the movement. Thumb, index finger, third finger, ring finger, pinky finger and come in. Pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. We do it again a little bit higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As relaxed as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As if we would create light. But we stay within our sphere. 5. And feel the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the fourth movement is just high up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we let go left and right, like taking a shower of light, the stars coming down. We arrive in our heels, but we are still connected with the sphere above us. But very well sensing our heels, arriving down there. And breathe. can we try to do this together with the form? So go or place yourself where you can make a few steps to your left side. Doesn't matter. Can be much smaller than my space. I just use my space. You use your space. And the arms are leading us through the form. One to the left, forward, pinky finger, coming in, pinky finger, ring finger, and so on, thumb. I arrive and I do a little step to the left. Next circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. And we just start to create a sphere of lightness, of light in which we move. And the last one, even lighter. But I'm staying in my sphere. Middle finger, index finger, thumb. I go up, stream down, and arrive in our heels. We again take a space where we have enough space around us to just reflect on how can we now transfer what we have been doing with our fingers into our toes and feet. And we just repeat what we did last time, but we repeat it one time standing, but already by reflecting on it, our toes feel it. You remember, your right toe, feel it, wants to go forward. The left toe, you feel it, wants to go forward. The second toe wants to go backward. The other second one, surprisingly, also wants to go backward. The third toe, the middle one, feel it, move it a little bit, perhaps wants to go diagonally forward. Okay. The other middle toe wants to go diagonally forward. The fourth toe, try to feel it and follow it a little bit in your fantasy. It wants to go diagonally backwards. Let go, and the other one also wants to go diagonally backwards. Great. And the little wants to go to the side, and the other one wants to go to the side. Let's just do it now. Big toe wants to go forward and back. The other one wants to go forward and back. Second one wants to go backwards and back. Second one, try to sense it. Where is it? I'm not sure exactly. The third one, perhaps here, diagonally forward. Where is my third one? Perhaps this one. The fourth one, diagonally backwards. Fourth one, diagonally backwards. Little one, diagonally to the side. Little one, diagonally to the side. Great. Breathe and just feel your feet. And just for fun, we do it one more time, a little bit quicker, but the challenge is you do not any haste, just relax completely. It's just about, can I still sense my toes? Or maybe I can't, but can I still try to feel one or the other? Singular, just try. Okay. Big one, forward. Big one, forward. Second one, backwards. Second one, backwards. Try to feel the third one. Diagonally, try to feel the third one. Never mind if you manage. Try to feel a fourth one. Try to feel the fourth one diagonally. Try to feel the little one. Where is it? Just search for it. They like it to hide. Like children. It's so nice for them. And okay. And now let's stand where we have just ended after we walk through these circles. And now we walk these circles back to the right. And we have now just realized that the toes, in a way, are the masters of directions. and let them lead us a little bit around. Even if we don't know how they do it, somehow they are the master of directions. So we just walk our circles. To the right, a bit forward, backwards, return, and end a little bit to the right. And now just try to detect which toe is leading now, and which one is leading, and then arrive. And the third one, diagonally forward, to the left, backwards, diagonally backwards, to the right. Maybe they were involved. Arrive in your heels. It's meant so playfully. Don't put any pressure on yourself. And to conclude, we try to do, and it went so well to do these curves, and we lead the movement with the help of our fingers, and all what we try to do is to create a sphere of light around us. And maybe we can have in mind that our toes, the masters of direction, use the forces of light to guide us in different directions. And we just to try to get a glimpse from time to time what's going on down there. Just enjoy. The arms begin. Thumb, index finger, middle, and backwards. And now try to get a glimpse of what's going on in your toes. Direction, direction, direction. Direction, direction, direction. To the left, forward, to the right, backwards. Number 2 is pulling me backwards. Number 5 is pulling me to the side. Open up to the heights. It was perfect. Just tell yourself, I tried. And I didn't try too hard. That was my intention. Arrive in your heels. Sense the heights above you. Sense your heels, the contact to the ground. Arrive in your heart. Breathe. Relax and carefully sit down and listen to what is being in these two different caring words, how this resounds in us now. We had to put so much attention on so many details now. Does the body feel enriched or pressurized? And where does it feel rich? In which parts of your body do you experience this? What's the level of joy? You can observe. And in your breathing, in your perception of your lungs, your chest, is it more flowing and streaming, or is it more raying and tickling you perceive? When you say, what's the normal size of my body? Is my lung, the experience of my chest and lung now bigger or smaller than normal? And has my head become bigger or smaller through those exercises? Because of the complexity,ness, one could expect bigger, because so complicated. But in reality, how to experience your head? Great. Let's continue with the third part of today, where I want to bring all these things, what we did with the R and the U and the walking forward and the left and right, together with what we did with the SM. And you remember that we practiced S and M, exploring its qualities, and then created a sort of approach to our heart, having this S and M in our hands, and then even led this sphere of interest through a 7-pointed star, around us, and even walked it. And please feel free to still practice this wonderful exercise, because it's a sort of archetype of the heart. Or even, we will not do it today, because I want to explore this exercise, which I show you now, in more depth. But when you practice for yourself, feel free to conclude with the 7-pointed star. And always feel free to practice specific elements of the exercises we do for yourself. You do not have to do the whole course all the time. Take what you want. And now I want to show you how the SM is a basic principle which we can detect also in our backwards and forwards R and U exercise. Let's start sitting. Let's practice this. The arm is stretched from a stretching quality which actually grasps the arm. I'm just preparing it, but then it takes over. And then we let it sink, and we detect another quality of a constantly pushing the arm towards us. So the arm is constantly growing into us. And then let go and do the M on the feet. And I'm not pulling my shoulder up, it's just the arm pushing against it. Detect, prepare, and then detect the stretching force which takes over. Keep this alive. Let this growing towards you quality while the arm sinks. Let go, and the leg feels met. Breathe, and let's directly continue with the S movement, what we did before stays, but now the hands become more flattened, and I detect a curve coming in, and I actually describe exactly this curve like a knife cutting through butter. coming up. Let go. M, arrive. Breathe. And when you do this incoming M from the outside to the in, just remember the streaming toward or the scrolling towards you in the arm stays. S. And M. Breathe. Let's practice briefly the M between hand and shoulder. M. A meeting, an exchange, a departure. The M is the active part, but the shoulder is brought backwards by the M. Turn around, approaching, meeting, letting go, entering the M again. And the shoulder starts looking into the space behind you. Let go, and the breath probably reacts quite naturally. The other one 2 times. The hand brings the shoulder back and opens the eyes of the shoulder towards the space behind. The hand creates interest in the shoulder. Who is coming there? Oh, it's so nice. I need that. Wonderful. Step out. The hand moves the shoulder back and opens its gaze towards the world behind. And let go. Breathe. Let's continue standing. We do just the S with both arms, and we can get interest in this staff of Mercury in our center, which comes into existence through the S. S. And now when the S approaches, I can sense it. I let go and I finish with M towards myself. M. And I really enter, I have contact through the hands with my legs. Let go, and you do it 1 second time. S. Let the staff of Mercury arise. Let go. M. Let go and breathe. A step forward or backward or relax where you stand. Let's just the 2 hands meet and experience this M between them. Meeting and then coming, deepening the contact. M. Let go, make a step forward. And maybe you can even sort of hear M when they merge into each other. Now I try to hear it even in my hands. And then I let go. And now hold your hands like this and just form a sort of palp-like grapes on a grape tree, forming a sort of bulb hanging here. And then go out again and try to detect a sort of spiral out of which this form comes into existence. And then let the fingers meet to create this form. And then relax your shoulders, because normally they are up then, but now relax. And then detect a sort of quality of lightness in between your hands, in the space between your hands. That they even start sort of hovering in front of you. And your shoulders are still relaxing, going downwards. And then just relax your arms. And breathe. So try to have a little bit of an S, yeah? When detecting the spiral, what kind of spiral, whatever, yeah? Doesn't be beautiful, needn't be beautiful, yeah? And then the M, we have a sort of a S and a M. Here we start, the hands are pretty flat. Diving in, S. And then, oh, who's coming there? M, the fingers do M with each other. It takes some time that they find each other. That's why we are not so relaxed and why we have to say our shoulders, okay, you found everything, I found another one, relax. And then just bring your shoulders down behind. And detect the lightness between your hands and relax. And when this works well, maybe you can even enhance this little exercise that one finger after the other meets. And because it's a coming in, the little finger would be the first and the thumb would be the last one. And to make it even more fun, maybe you have expected it, we start with the R, the in-streaming R. Great. We create the streaming in, and then we go into our hands, flatten them in order to start a sort of S, and now create a spiral of what kind ever. A spiral and dive in, and then let go, and one finger after the other tries to find its counterpart. My little finger, and then it says M. 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 It's just fun. Don't take it too serious. M. Great. I can relax my shoulders. I can experience this hovering quality in the grape. There. And then start to feel your feet. Tap a little bit. I go backward that you can see it, you can stay. Yeah? And wherever you stand, improvise. Just move your hands to your heart and start with this U going forward and do these steps backwards. And if there's no space, just do it on your place. Step long, step long, step long. Step long and close your feet with a step backwards. Did you arrive at your heart, at your chest? Then you can let go a little bit and the shoulders just make they throw away all ballast, everything what is heavy. And then just open up to the space left and right. Do a little step to the side and then have the sensation of you doing an M with the space there. And a little bit of a space to the other side. And have the feeling the whole side of your body is doing an M into this unknown space. And you do an M to that side. And you even can try and hear it. And also the hands and fingers are penetrating this sphere with an M quality we are meeting. and M. And when I do an M to them, I know there's an M coming from there. Last time to this side, M. And maybe do an Ha. Relax. Relax your arms. We have been working so hard. And then return to your center, this heartbeat we are looking for. And from there, now stand behind in the space, and we can do the whole run through of this exercise, where we have now a SM in it, and we have an HM in it. Then we stand behind, and all the other elements in it. And just every time you do this exercise, just focus on one element which suits you. And keep in mind, the effect comes from what you try, and that you do not put any pressure on yourself, because you can't put any pressure on yourself, because we only work by the means of perception. We do through perception. Okay. Because our heart is a perception organ. Open up to the space left in front of you, right in front of you. Hello, dear world. Receive. Create this in-streaming. Be broad on your heels. Connect with the sphere below and do the stepping. Long, short, long, short. Becoming wide becomes contraction. Wideness is followed by contraction. Bring this flatness in your hand. Search for the spiraling S, somehow creating this grapes in front of us, one finger after the other. But we are looking for M, not just putting them against each other. M, M. My shoulders relax. The lightness between my hands becomes experienceable. I start to caress the earth with the palms of my feet. And I sense the reflection of it in my chest, in my heart. When it feels good, I stop. And I have this S again. Now that the hands create an S. And they glide along this beautiful shape of the grape and take it into their hands. M. We go forward with the hands, backwards with the feet. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. We have arrived at our chest. We make Ha with the shoulders. We meet the space at our side with M, M, M. And the whole side of my body feels this M. And it feels this M. 2 more times. M, M. The shoulders do this Ha relaxation. Wow. We arrive at the realm of our heart. M. We wait for our heartbeat, of our heart-lung beat. We would be ready to repeat. We are ready to let go. We breathe, we relax. We carefully sit down take along with what we have been doing. And listen to the resonance. So great. I invite you to just sit for another 1, 2, 3 minutes. For those of you who really want to feel the need to support their heart, who really want to do something good to themselves, don't hesitate to even lie down for another 10 minutes and let these waves, what we have created, just run over the sea, over the lake, disappear. Maybe after a while they come back and go away again. Creating a sort of foundation for another step of healing forces during the night.